Hi, everyone. This is Angela Netto, Director of Interscholastic Unified Sports here with Special Olympics Maryland. Going to run through real quick how to run your indoor bocce district tournament. And for many of you, you have done this for many years, so this won't be anything new. In case I do have some new people on board, I will be reviewing the district host manual that I have provided for you in an email, a PDF link of it. This is a pretty standard way to run a district tournament, and there shouldn't be any surprises in there for anybody. And what we like to do here at Special Olympics is to provide you with this resource because it gives you step-by-step everything that you need to be able to run a successful and well-organized event. So without further ado, I'm going to kind of walk through the manual. So if you are listening to this, it would be a good idea to open to your manual, as I will not read every single section, but I will be going over it step by step. So that way, if you have any questions along the way, you can certainly write them down and submit them to me in an email. So, the first section of the manual, like everything else that we provide, is just your basic table of contents. So the introduction to all this is just basically, again, helping you understand what your role is as a tournament director. So if you are not the tournament director and you are assisting, you have a different set of roles. But as a tournament director, you will serve as a district rep. The exceptional circumstance, if you cannot, you please appoint somebody to do that, preferably with experience in tournament administration and game management. You will maintain ultimate responsibility for the local operation of the event, as well as ensuring that the policies, protocols, and competition rules that are run by Special Olympics you are working on our behalf are properly applied. You can have up to 2 assistant tournament directors at your discretion. They preferably school system professionals to help prepare for the tournament ahead of time and execute the day of. These people cannot be, however, an administrator or an athletic director, and these duties fall under their realm of responsibilities. So try to have someone other than a principal, assistant principal, or AD. They must receive a clearance from Special Olympics Maryland, so please let me know who they are if they have not been cleared as soon as possible, because your district tournaments will be running the last 2 weeks of January. So you'll need to get a Class A form from me. Takes about 72 hours to process, and I'll be happy to email you the form as well to get that person properly certified. But please do not let me know like the day before or the day of, because I cannot grant you that. They will also receive a $75 stipend, which is equivalent to the MPSSAA tournament stipend for their efforts. So that's a pretty good thing for extra help. So the next couple of pages are basically talking about our philosophy, vision, and our oath, and you can read that. And then any contact information on the next page, including myself. As some of you are aware, we do not have a chair anymore. Chase Hunter has stepped down. So please, if you have any questions regarding your tournaments, contact me directly. If I'm not available, I'll have you reach out to Melissa Kelly, the Senior Director for Unified Sports. So in the next couple of sections, especially in section 1, is a list of things that will help you with understanding what's going on in the order. So opening ceremonies, we give you a script, and it would be a good idea, again, to review this a few days or at least a week before your tournament so that you know who's involved. And then it gives you an opportunity to list your schools and the mascots. I provide you with a list of all that information, and then providing you with, who sponsors are and all the people that you are going to be using the day of. So again, use the tools that I give you and just fill in names. And that way, when it comes time for talking the day of, you're not wondering and rushing through it all. I give you a section on awards protocol. Please follow that. It would be a good idea to get law enforcement. So if you have a CO at your school or some of the other schools, have them come on board. And if not, then try to find some local people. We are very connected to law enforcement here with Special Olympics. They play a very big role with our entire organization, and proud to be partners with them. So please do your best to see if you can't get them there. If you need any help with that, again, please let me know. With the awards, when you come to the awards part of your ceremony, again, I provide you with scripts so that you can just follow along. You don't have to come up with anything on your own. If you do, that's fine. I'm just saying if you just stick to what we provide you, then it actually is a lot easier and less things to think about. Section 2 is all about tournament management. And again, a lot of you know how we operate and some of the things that we like to do. One of the things I want to make sure that you understand is that there should be no artificial noisemakers or electronics. They are very distracting to the athletes. And if you do have concessions, please make sure the prices are no higher than similar events that are going on that usually happen in your school, and that they are in primary tents in the competition site. Also, see if you can make sure you have directional signs for people to park, the buses to park, and such like that. Competition management is a whole different section, section 3. It breaks down things like what to do at your coaches meeting, what you are looking for in rosters, competition brackets. Toward the end of the manual, there's a whole area on competition brackets that you can just print out and use. It's already done for you. What to do with match results and overtime, and the declaration of last frame. So it goes over section by section, area by area in the entire competition management. It's also a very good idea to have a control center. At our state invitationals and state tournaments, we have an area called control. That way it is covered by a tent, usually. If it's indoors, just a separate section. Serves as a team check-in, score reporting, public address system. It's just a localized central area for all information. Results, the tournament director shall determine an orderly and efficient way of receiving, tabulating, and posting results. I would retain all score sheets and brackets, keep everything. Scratches need to be reported when the head coach checks in. So again, certain things like that, maybe you haven't done it in the past, but this is a good thing to follow, so that way we're not wondering, or further on down in match play, that there were some students not eligible. And section 4 is your basic critical incident response and inclement weather preparation. What you need to do there. But the one that you would really want to pay attention to is your tournament checklist. Again, this is why we're giving you this information now rather than say like a week before, to give you a head start in prepping for your district tournament. So I give you a checklist to, make sure that you have everything that you could think of that you need. Well, we thought of it so that you wouldn't have to think about it. But it breaks it down into certain areas. So communication, start and time, equipment plan, competitions schedule, driving directions, locations, and food service. Some of the things you may not have thought about. So that's there. Medical personnel should always have somebody there on site. Direction signage, water stations, PAs, ceremonies and awards, competition themselves. So between your officials, your time, your score, your roster verification. I put again an image of what the roster is supposed to look like in the ratings forms. And then again, the court marking. So things that you know, things that you are probably already doing, things that you've already expressed to your coaches on any given day that there's a match going on. Now it's just exemplified because of the fact that you have the entire district playing. So all of that is there for you. So toward the back of the manual, I have 4 supplements. The first being the sample game timeline. So if you're starting at 2:30, what does that look like? And again, that's just a basic, as if it was like after school. What does that look like? Supplement B, a quick officials quick reference guide. So perhaps again, if you know your officials are in advance and you want to take that particular portion of the manual out and send it to them, or photocopy it and send it to them, that would be great, so that they kind of have, again, an overview of the rules. And then there's a score sheet, kind of looks just a little bit slightly different than probably what we've done in the past. On the left side is the team that would be using the red balls. On the right side is the team that's using the green ball. Just fill in the proper name. This is a form that is to be used and given back to control whenever a match is done. The final score, the winner. Please make sure and reiterate at the coaches meeting that each coach signs off at the end of the match for the score, and you get the court official. That is what makes the whole game complete. And then again, at the end of the whole manual are the brackets. So there are different formats, ways to look at the brackets. So all in all, again, everything is put together for you pretty comprehensively. And the very back page are the event sponsors for anything that we do with IUS programs and such. The other thing also I didn't mention toward the beginning that it'd be a good idea as well if you could have American Legion or someone bring in the colors with the flag and with the state colors. If you can handle that in your district. If you need any help with that, please let us know. But overall, it is again going to be a great event for you. I know a lot of you again have done this before, so I'm excited. I have many of the dates, so if you see me or any one of us from Special Olympics Maryland headquarters, we are not there to run your event. We are there to support you, to encourage you, and to be excited for you and your coaches and your student athletes. So again, thank you for all that you do with our student athletes and for our coaches, and look forward to seeing some of you at your tournaments. And if not, then I'll see you at the States. Thank you.